There's a place we rarely get a glimpse of, where the ball comes off the face pure, the divots are in front of the ball, and every swing feels effortless. For a few holes, we forget that golf is supposed to be difficult. I'm talking about golf heaven, and today I want to show you how to get in. Anytime I'm struggling with my ball striking, I go to my golf Bible and it cleans things up quick. I want to show you my golf Bible and what thoughts work for me anytime I get lost. Feel free to try these out, but the point of this is that you should have your own golf Bible. Find the stuff that consistently works for you, apply that to your game, and shoot lower scores. So my number one thought in the golf Bible here is take it as straight behind me as possible. I want to make sure that when I'm bringing the club back, it's just going straight behind me. And when I come back down through the ball, I'm concentrating on that same thing. Straight back, straight through. That's number one in my golf Bible. So the second thought in my golf Bible is to have that lead wrist slightly cocked. It just helps initiate the swing, and it promotes having shaft lean at impact, which is great. It increases your margin of error. It makes you more likely to hit a good shot, even if you don't hit it perfectly. Shaft lean is a huge deal. If you don't know about that, study up on it. It's huge. Along with shaft lean, having my wrist cocked like this helps me come down at a steeper angle of attack. So instead of kind of brushing and sweeping, that shaft lean is making sure I come down on the ball. So I'm coming down on the ball instead of kind of sweeping, scooping. Feeling that club, the feel that I like to have is just feeling that club head drop like a hammer coming down on a nail. We're just letting that plop down. We're not afraid to hit the turf. We're just letting that club head plop down on the ball. And then the next thing is our trail elbow. So in the backswing, my trail elbow, I want to make sure it's not getting up all out here. That's going to screw me up. What I want to do, make sure that trail elbow is coming in front of that trail hip. So I'm just staying right there pretty much the whole time. Keep that trail elbow in front of that trail hip. That keeps it in the slot. That makes it easier to keep that club head on the straight path that I want to promote. On the backswing, I want to make sure my hands are in front of my chest. One of my biggest tendencies that's not good is to bring my hands all the way across my chest like this, and that makes terrible things happen. So part of my golf Bible, part of these staples, is that when I come back, I want to make sure that my chest is rotating so that my torso is pointing straight out at where my hands are gripping the club. Just like that. Another thing I always struggle with is early extension. So when I'm swinging the golf club, I tend to stand up out of the swing. See how my hips are kind of coming forward? My trail hip is coming up to my lead hip. You don't want that. That does the opposite of creating consistency. For a consistent swing, you want to make sure that your lead hip is matching your trail hip as you come down into impact. And then the last thing is that I want to finish on my lead foot. Another big tendency, another big fail that I have is as I swing through the ball, my body, so you want to generate power. One of the things you do to generate power is push off of that lead foot. But my problem is when I'm pushing off of that lead foot, I tend to push myself back to my trail foot. And that obviously is you're gonna lose power doing that. You're gonna lose consistency doing that. So let's brush through those one more time. We're focused on our club path. We're bringing it back as straight as possible so it can come straight through. At address, I'm going to cock my wrist a little bit just to help me get that shaft lean, help me get that downward angle of attack. I'm going to have my trail elbow stay in front of my trail hip. So we make sure that trail elbow is just sitting right there. I'm going to have my arms staying in front of my chest, so I'm not cutting my arms across my chest. I'm making sure that I rotate. And I feel the club head drop down like I'm dropping the hammer. And then early extension, we're making sure that I'm not standing up into the swing. We're making sure that lead hip is dropping against the trail hip. Imagine there's a wall behind your butt, and you got to make sure that your butt's staying on that wall. And then lastly, on the follow through, we're making sure that we finish on the lead foot like that instead of my tendency, which is to push myself to the back foot and fall backwards. You know, 5 to 10 things on that list is perfect. Find the stuff that makes a difference in your swing. Spend some time on the range. There's a billion swing thoughts out there. Just concentrate on the ones that work for you. Try these ones out. Let me know how they work for you. So once you have your golf Bible set, one other really powerful thing to do is to get good. I mean, really good at your partial wedges. So whether you're at the simulator, whether you're on the range, today I'm at Hive Golf in Bountiful, which by the way, this simulator is rad. I can always get spots when I want them. They got the TrackMan simulator. I just open my app, connect it, and it automatically syncs all the data I've ever put on a TrackMan. So it's the way to do it. Anyway, yeah, I've been jabbering too much. It keeps going to... All right, so let's just choose... I hit my full 58 degree about 100 yards. If I bring it out to horizontal on the backswing, that's gonna be about 80%. So I'm gonna set up an 80-yard target and just practice getting horizontal on my backswing, and then dropping the hammer, hammer in the nail, shaft lean, finishing on the lead foot. So I took that a little long, but we're on the green. Let's try again. Look at that. Great putt for birdie right there. If you can learn to be aware of what your shot shape's doing, that's going to be hugely valuable. If you're not able to do that, don't use foot odor spray in here because we don't want to affect the screens or the ball or anything like that. But when you're out on the range, spray your club face with foot odor spray. That'll tell you exactly where on the face you're hitting it, and you can start to gather a ton of data. That's what the Scratch app is going to do, is allow you to gather data so you can see your common misses. It also has specific practice plans to help you work on those common misses. If you want to be one of the first to use the Scratch app, check out that link right here in the description. All right, let's hit some more 80-yarders here. That's going to be about 92 yards. No, 95. That should be pretty good. Out to the right a smidge. But we got 86 carry. And it's coming back down the hill. Look at that. Totally knew that slope was there. Ooh, that might not make it. A little scoopy on that one. No, we're going to make it. That's a really good shot right there. A little long. Find a way to work on your partial wedges. If you can find a way to work on your partial wedges, you're going to see massive improvements in your golf game. And find those 5 key tips that you can put in your golf Bible that you can always come back to when you're struggling with your ball striking. It's worth it. You won't regret it. Try it out. If you have things you want to see me try out on the TrackMan or in the sim, or any golf things in general, please let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do whatever you want to see. Well, G-rated, of course.